password is 9330. Here is a simple explanation of the machine menu. First, let's look at the main menu. Right now, the machine is in the off state. In the off state, you can see the operating parameters here. All right, that's it for this part. Here you can see information such as the name and the content of the information. We have options to start voiceover, start broadcasting, and shut down. Here you can also see the ink and container models we are using, as well as the percentage. This section shows our printing technology, which is currently 0 since this is a new machine and nothing has been printed yet. Here there is information, options to modify information, and tools. This is the power switch for turning the machine on or off. This is the HMI. All right, let's take a look. I've already shown you how to edit information, including editing phone numbers and other details. Here, we've dedicated a section specifically for this purpose. You can create new information or modify information for the current day. We select a piece of information, just select one item. Click Edit, and it will modify the selected information, just like this. Of course, we can also delete information. If we want to delete a certain piece of information, we select it and then click Delete. That information will be removed. This is how we delete entries. On the main interface, we can't delete the information at the top. For example, if we want to delete the information labeled 32, since we're currently printing this information, we can't delete it right now. We can only select this information, print it, and after printing, we can then click to delete the information we just printed. So we delete it after printing. The information for Shaolin can be deleted. In other words, the information currently being printed is the one you have chosen to print. When this information is displayed on our main interface, you can't delete it. If you want to delete this information, you need to select and print other information first, and then you can delete this information. Now, regarding the tools section, let's talk about the first item, history. History, each of you has only one total. That is, for our new machines, they all need to be tested before leaving the factory, so over 20,000 pieces of information have been printed for testing. In the maintenance section, you can see the time when the machine was powered on for the first time. It's the same for pickles. Here we can see that the machine reads the solvent and ink, including their serial numbers, batch numbers, as well as the date and time. It's the same for M6. M6 also reads them in the same way. Here, it didn't trigger an alarm. Of course, I didn't do it intentionally and there was no alarm. Let me check the settings again. In the settings, there is glue and information. Under information, there are setting information parameters. On the online settings side, you can set various parameters. The first one is direction and the second is speed. You can change your direction by clicking on direction. These 4 directions are required. You need to select these and also set the speed, how many millimeters per second for printing speed. Here we can also modify it. You can change it as well. If we are not using an encoder, we can also select the number of pulses for our encoder. That's also selectable. This is what this part is about. There's also the shielding time, which is the signal shielding time. The shielding time is set to 200 with no unit. There's no S for seconds. Next is this rock. Oh, so this is the date for the trip to Qingdao, right? The date section here is meant just for the date. You need to remember the plan counter, and then there is the button, that button. I didn't finish it. I didn't get to it. For QR codes and barcodes, you can also set several options here. For barcodes, most of the options are available here for selection. Just modify it. Ready to print. As for the response, in this inkjet printer, what we commonly see are the time and date, and we can modify the date here. Date. Oh, you can modify it. Of course, the time can also be changed in the same way, but I won't do it now. Over here, there's a language option, and in the language settings, you can complete the language configuration. Which language to use? We have a dedicated language, and we'll specifically use a separate segment to explain its interface, the language modification interface, and how to change the language. Stop and start. When you turn it on, it will automatically power on by default. When you shut it down, it won't allow us to shut down automatically. Mm. If the ink lines stop, this interface, mm, it won't turn off. It won't turn off. And in our display settings, there's one for balance calibration and another for screensaver. For the screensaver, right now the timer is off, but if we choose not to turn it off and set a time, then after that time, it will display the screensaver image. All right, let's look at the printing section. It's the same here. Inside there are printing mode connection, and so on. These are just parameters like a trigger signal, rising edge delay or falling edge delay. These can all be modified. You can change them. You can also adjust the horizontal resolution. Both the horizontal and vertical resolutions can be modified here. You can change the horizontal resolution, and the vertical resolution can also be adjusted. Let's take a look at this next. Maintenance operation. On this interface, we can see the operating status of the machine. For example, the ink line is currently stopped. The ink line speed is 0 and the ink pressure is being maintained. The motor speed, both motor speeds can be seen here. Also, things like viscosity, print count, and so on can all be viewed here. You can also see the machine's operating time. All right, the lower part is the same. Below, there are options to start the ink line, stop the ink line, clear blockages by category, and so on. Easy suction, stability check, and dream stability check. What are these for? They are all used in situations where we commonly encounter nozzle blockages. If the nozzle is blocked, the first thing to do is to clear the blockage. When clearing the bottleneck, we don't need to spray cleaning solution into the nozzle, but for easy suction, we do need to. If we select easy suction, we need to use the cleaning pot to spray cleaning solution at the nozzle. The nozzle will then suck the cleaning solution and any dirt back into the machine, where it will be filtered again using the filter. To determine whether our machine is clogged, we can perform a line grinding stability check. If the line grinding remains very stable and doesn't shake, it means that at present there is no blockage. You're doing pretty well. Service within the service section. You won't buy maintenance. And in the maintenance section, there's also discharge and cleaning. This is a very commonly used ink discharge function. When we select ink discharge, there's a large discharge volume. By installing it on our machine and selecting discharge, the waste ink inside the machine will be discharged into this waste ink bag. If we choose cleaning, then our solvent, no, not solvent, needs to be inserted into our machine. Our machine will then draw the solvent into the machine for cleaning. After cleaning, it will discharge again and you can continue to discharge. So this cycle of detection and cleaning will ensure everything is thoroughly cleaned. On this interface, you can test all our computers and motors. Just click it and the computer will turn on or off. Oh, you can also test and set a rotation speed for the motor. Printing module. This is the specific name of an accessory. What you are looking at here is a visual display of the accessory, showing the internal print head and everything that needs to be done inside that print head. Along with a detailed breakdown of the parts, it will be demonstrated for you so that everyone here can clearly see the entire process. Oh, let me talk a bit more about installation. Here, there's an operating status below. Our machine's running time, yes, the running time. It's a status indicator. When I turn it on, you see today I've already turned on my machine and it will detect that. It detects what we've done to the machine in order to measure it. There's also a printer. Here we can see the tri-component accumulation of our machine, the Anand P55, as well as its ink and solution. You can also see when it was activated, its activation status. All right, that's our brief and simple explanation of the 9330 machine.